It's not the things inside my head that keep me going. Don't need someone to
there, so there's no
money, they
rest.
should show it. Keep chasing shadows, they're always haunting me. But I believe in something bigger, bigger than me. Bigger than me. Oh, bigger than me.
Inside, let's go. Keep it going. Left. You know where it is. Good girl. Oh, look how scruffy you are. You're getting a haircut today. 12:30, I booked it in. What's going on, YouTube? We're back for another series of ABWTFM vlogs. So today we're filming another workout for you guys. I think we're going to do a bit of a Q&A as well, so you guys can enter in all your questions and we're going to answer them. I'm going to start my day by having a tablespoon of maca powder. This is the bomb for brain function. This will get your mind working. It'll get them firing. Speech patterns are going to be phenomenal today. Formulation, here we go. We got 1 tablespoon of maca powder, 1 serving of amino energy. Now you can't have this, well you can have it, but you don't want to have it on its own. That is like eating chalk. It's like eating just crushed up chalk and it just gets all stuck in your throat. Oh, it's disgusting. So I put the amino energy in there just to give it a bit of flavour. Still tastes pretty bad. Oh, put the hot water in the shaker, but oh well. You win some, you lose some. And action!
Bro, we're supposed to be.
Yep.
Are you zooming or something, bro?
Nah, bro, I don't have
Zoom.
Zoom.
You can't do emojis on this, can you?
Emojis? What are you talking
Every time
about?
I feel like there's a camera lens on my face, there's an emoji.
Oh,
on my
you're
face.
thinking of the filters.
Yeah,
Instagram filters.
Like I've got bunny ears.
Don't worry, we're on the Sony today.
Alright, so Loyola.
Yeah.
Loyola College has approached Eddie and I to do a seminar for year 10, 11 and 12 students. The unit these guys are currently studying factors that affect self-esteem, identity, beliefs and values, and they also want to look at a way that they can achieve success through diet, exercise and lifestyle. So what Eddie and I are going to do is we're going to go down to Loyola College, we're going to talk to these students and try and motivate them through, I suppose, our beliefs, our journey, our vision. We're very, very visual. Today we're just going to go through some ideas, what we think we should touch base on with these kids. We might even do, say, a projector on the screen behind us so we can show these kids visual pictures and images. I'm a very, very visual person, and Eddie is as well. So I think it's very, very important that we can visualize this and show these kids what we're thinking out in our heads as we do this presentation. Yeah, okay, so Dave has emailed us. So I think what we need to do is we need to go through some, I suppose, headings and write them down and then write what we want to touch base on. So we got in here the units that they are studying are things that affect self-esteem, identity, beliefs and values. And I think that's a really, really important thing we touch base on because people like you, especially you know, you have a massive online media, massive online network. And people love your energy. You know, you come from a really, really good family, which is important as well. And I think people really, really feed off your energy. So let's talk about, I definitely want to talk about your history and your story as well. And I want you to really put as much energy as you can into this.
So let's put down Eddie's story, Nathan's story, tell them just a little bit about ourselves, obviously, to start it off. And then we'll touch base on the topic that he's listed. So something about probably social media, self-confident, self-esteem, comparing themselves to other people, and then our own personal experiences with that kind of stuff. Maybe some stories about growing up through school, you know, try and put them in our shoes when we were their age. And then just tell them about what we did growing up and how we got to where we are now.
I think one of the most important things is being able to be relative.
Yeah.
21st century, I can go on a rampage and start talking about 1,000 different exercises and about 1 million different training techniques or about a style of thought process. People don't necessarily understand because they're not me or they're not you. So we need to relate our lives and our successes to them on their level as well. So being relative is extremely important. And also things like, you know, Instagram, 21st century Instagram has filters. They have bunny ear fucking filters, you know what I mean? We can make you look like a bunny now. A moving bunny. You know, so understand that these bunny ears aren't real.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose what we're trying to get at is Instagram has ads in the apps and it has there's filters, and people aren't always what the calendars and the magazines and the pictures perceive. You know, that's not what people really are. And I suppose having a goal set is a really big thing for you and I. I mean, especially in all parts of life, right? Really. I mean, you're a businessman yourself.
Yeah.
You got an amazing body that you work on religiously daily. You eat very, very well. Your brain functions fantastic because of nutrition, and that enables you to become what's called an opportunist. And you work very, very hard. I see what you do day in, day out. And to be able to juggle traveling overseas to China and setting up warehouses and bringing out your own fucking shoes, and then at the same time juggling a relationship, a healthy relationship. You got a daughter, Milky, wherever she is.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't really dress her well this morning. Her shirt's falling off. But I think that's important. Being relative and explaining, man, you kids you can achieve whatever the fuck you want to achieve. You just got to, I suppose, go by these morals and by these principles. And to tie it all up, we're going to talk about, let's talk a little bit about the brand as well. ABW TFM, we envision, we plan, we execute. And I suppose our thought process and our slogan behind the brand is innovation at its finest. We want to bring people of the 21st century the most innovative techniques on training, nutrition, diet fads. Is this a good diet? Is this a bad diet? Who is this diet applicable to? Who can do it if it fits your macros? Who needs to do the standard bodybuilding diet? And to finish it off, we'll talk about nutrition. The holistic part, like the mental part, is important. That's extremely important. But what's going to make you get out of bed and feel good and sleep good is, at the end of the day, nutrition and lifestyle. So training and nutrition. How can we kind of relate that to year 10, 11 and 12 students? Eddy usually does the writing. When Eddy writes, I don't write. I never
wrote down about 2 things then, and I was like waiting for him to write all the points down, and I was like, let me write it.
Yeah, I just can't write. I use my phone. It is a little more old school. He writes things down, but I think it's cool. What I like to touch base on a lot is with the Instagram epidemic that's going on. Everyone hates Instagram. I'd be surprised if you didn't have Instagram. With the editing apps and with the filters that you can put on photos and the warping that people are doing with their photos, the younger generation coming through, everyone has this image of what they think they need to look like to become accepted in 21st century reality. And that's not necessarily how it is. But as a young adult, you know, you're a 16, 17, 18, even 15, 14-year-old kid. I really should have went 14 to 18. I shouldn't have went 16 to 18 then back to 13, 14. Should have. Yeah, all these young kids are looking at people like, you know, who are the Kardashians? Who's that young one? What's her name, Dan? You'd know for sure.
I've got no idea.
Dan, you'd know.
The young one.
The one who's killing it.
Kendall.
No, what's the other one?
Kylie
Kardashian.
Kylie Jenner.
Oh, Kylie Jenner. Yeah, so Kylie Jenner's, she's got this, like, I think...
She's got a makeup line.
Oh yeah, makeup line. She launched a lipstick. And I think she sold like 1 million lipsticks in like 10 minutes. Yeah. Anyway, these people putting up these photos. I understand people like Kylie Jenner, yeah, she's beautiful and she's amazing, she's doing great things. But these people aren't regular people. You know, these aren't your 21st century stock standard people that they've got a lot of opportunity that have been given to them, and their family worked very hard to get where they are today. And so these people were born with opportunity. Most people have to go out and create it. So don't look at people like Kylie Jenner and think, damn, I don't look like Kylie Jenner. I am not socially accepted. Understand it's as simple as this. You can be, all you need to do is be the absolute best you can be, and every single year have a goal. Have a goal mindset. So wake up every day and go, okay, what do you want to achieve in your life? You want to achieve, have a financial goal, have a physical goal, have a mental goal. And as long as every single year you're becoming better and better and better at these goals, that's all that matters. Don't try and compare yourself to everyone else. Understand that Instagram is Instagram. It's not real life, it's Instagram. And people will only show you on Instagram what they want you to see. And when you have Instagram, right, and you've got a wall where you can see photos uploaded daily with 500,000 people that view this photo, and then you've got a story as well. You can follow someone's life from when they wake up to when they go to sleep, and you think you know this person. Imagine the amount of people that follow Kylie Jenner, they follow her day-to-day life, and they have this image in their head of what her reality is and what they need to be like to be attractive. That's not the case, because Kylie Jenner is only going to show you what she wants to show you, not what real life is all about.
So we got our little feed here. So we got Eddy's story, Nathan's story, topics, social media, comparing to others, real life stories. nutrition, how that impacts your life and your mood and all that kind of stuff. Goal setting, envision, plan, execute, be what you want to be relatable, stories about us from years 10 to 12, and my pre-workout's kicking in, bro, so let's go!
Alright, first exercise today, we're going to be crushing shoulders. We're starting off with crucifix rows. Now for the first set, we're going to start nice and light. We're going to do 10 controlled reps, holding the squeeze at the top. From the top of the squeeze, using the eccentric to start levering from the top of the motion, making sure from the top you don't drop. What a lot of people do, they go up, they squeeze, and they drop down. Make sure as soon as that weight starts going down, you start levering on the way down. When I chuck a superset, you want to come over here, front dumbbell raises, targeting the interior part of my shoulder, squeezing the origin, and stretching the insertion. That's the first set. This way?
Yep, to get extra stretch.
Yes, okay, so what I'm going to be doing here with the stretch, what I do is, when I contract, I go as high as I can to contract the top part of my anterior delt, up in here, right near my clavicle. You don't need to go any higher. When you feel, put your hand here, lift your arm up, and feel where your shoulder finishes contracting. That's as high as you got to go. People who have hyperextensive joints can overcontract and lose the squeeze. So make sure you go as high as you have to, and then what you do, as we go down, we bend our elbow, we lean forward, and we bring our arm backwards like this. The reason we do that is because we're trying to create a stretch through the insertion of my anterior delt. Muscles grow by stretching and contracting. Stretch harder, contract harder, your muscle's gonna get bigger. Now, what we're gonna do after that is we're gonna go the second set, the third set, the fourth set, and the fifth set. For the first exercise, we're gonna progressively get heavier each set. And we're gonna do a drop set as well. So, second set, we're going from 5 to 7.5. We're gonna do 10 reps again. Same thing, same leverage technique. But before we go over there, we're gonna drop it down and do the weight on the first exercise, the first set. I wanna go over there, do 2 over there. Third one, 3 here, 3 over there. Fourth one, 4 here, 4 over there. And the fifth one, 5 here, 5 over there. Now, the people who don't have the strength to get progressively heavier and heavier, not everyone can do a crucifix row with this much weight. I get that. So the people who can't lift the weight with progressive over, this is what I want you to do instead of doing the 2 drop sets and then the 2 drop sets over there. Keep the weight the same. Come over here, you're gonna start here. That might be as heavy as you can possibly go, right? You're gonna do 10 reps here, controlled.
Nate loves the reps.
It's all about creating a stimulus. As you've seen in some of Eddie and my previous videos, sometimes we go heavy and push out 8 to 10 reps. Sometimes we do 100 reps. Sometimes we do a dark zone leg press. Sometimes we do a dark zone leg extension.
Damn, that t-shirt's looking good, bro. That gold on there.
All right, here we go.
3, 4, 5, 6. Here you go, come on. 7, 3 to go. 8, 9, 10, good.
Sometimes when you're here, I can feel no doubt. 'Cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter.
Big Nate Dog doing his 5th set. So quickly just run through the layout. We're gonna do 5 sets of this, back to back, drop set, drop set, drop set, drop set. Then 5 sets of front raises, drop set, drop set, drop set, drop set, 10, 10, 10, 10. So basically our BZ 10's on the way down. Now, if you are not strong enough to do 12.5 kilos on the crucifix rows, start at your heaviest weight, wait 15 seconds after you do the first 10 reps, then just go down 1, and then just keep doing the same weight once you hit the 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. All right, here we go. Here we go. Ripping it out. Now, it's all right if you use a little bit of hip swing, if it's a little bit heavier. Just get that weight up and down. Let's go. Leave it through the shoulder. Oh, spat all over the screen then. Go, go, go. 7, 8, come on.
Let's do it, one more. One more, hold that one.
Let's go, last set.
And then you think what you've done? You got 50 more over here.
Alright, when you do that, I'll get started on this. I'll just start at about 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fucking pumps. Alright, drop set. Here we go, another 10.
It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me. It doesn't really matter.
Okay, exercise number 2. What we're going to be doing right here is lateral raises with what we call a superset of shoulder shrugs. Now, understand that with Eddie's shoulder over here, when we do a side raise, what we're trying to do is we're trying to create a nice round capped off shoulder like this when we do a side raise. So what happens is when Eddie starts raising from the bottom here, the insertion of his lateral head contracts first. As he comes up, insertion contracts first. As he goes upwards in the movement, the tension goes up the shoulder, and what we want to do is you want to hold the contraction of where the shoulder laterally originates, where it originates on the lateral head, right here. A lot of the time what happens is when people get to here, they can't even help it, even if they're trained to help it, their trap will take over, and the tension where we want it to be right here, the closest part to the joint, won't take the load. So we're going to do a side raise, and then we're going to superset. So he's going to do a side raise, he's going to keep his chest up and his hips bent at the hip, that way his spine's protected, his center of gravity is thrown off, so the weight is in his shoulder, not in his core. He's going to come up, he's going to all the way down, initiate the contraction on insertion, contract origin, he's going to do like heads like that. Making sure that his elbows come up from the bottom of the motion. 10, 15 reps, something like that. And as a superset, what we're going to do is we're going to grab dumbbells and we're going to do what's called a shoulder shrug. Now this isolates the part of the shoulder where it originates on the lateral head. What he's going to do here is going to stretch his shoulders down like this. Your traps are going to work with this, but you're trying to put the tension here. He's going to shrug up through his shoulder at the top, shrug up, Eddie. Yep, and he's going to squeeze the tension through here. And if we come over here and we see this, right, as you can see, this part of the shoulder here, where it originates into the joint, and most people, actually with everyone, flattens out a little bit. So we can try and create that nice 3D image. In Eddie's head, he's going to initiate the contraction of the origin part of his lateral head, and he's going to squeeze the weight through here through a movement of a shrug.
Yeah, that's good. Bringing the elbows out from the body a
Yep.
little bit, so that you can get a good squeeze through the shoulder. If your elbows are too close, you're going to pull mainly through your traps.
Of course, yeah.
So if you want to pull through the delt, you've got to pull your arm away from your body, which means you can't go too heavy, because if it's too heavy, you're not going to be able to hold it this far from your body.
Eddie, that angle there, someone get Instagram. Someone get me a phone quick.
Give me Instagram.
Wait, I got it. Wait, it's actually pretty good. Say that.
It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel like
Isolation. As you can see, a lot of tension is going to be here as well, which is what we're focusing on. 2 more, baby.
8,
1 more. 9.
9.
1 more. Beautiful.
All right, so that's it for our lateral raises, that little superset. Now we're going to do a little bit of rear delt focused work. So we're going to hit the cables first. Nate's going to show you what we're doing.
All right, the reason why we're doing cables opposed to a machine, you can do either movement. Today we're going to do cables purely because with cables, it involves a bit of rotator work as well, so stabilization of the shoulder joint, which will in turn strengthen your rotator cuffs. So when we go and do things like pressing and any heavier compound movement, you get a better movement and growth through the shoulder belly. You don't always want to be utilizing machines. So essentially we're going to be using these machines here, crossing over.
Techno gym.
Smooth
Smooth cables.
Now it's like a crucifix row, but you want everything to be, I suppose,
In line with the shoulder.
horizontal to where your shoulder is. Starting here, initiate the contraction of rear delt and just holding the squeeze. It's as simple as that.
So going out nice and wide. Bang. Holding that tension in there for at least 1 to 2 seconds. Don't do this exercise and just throw the weight up and down. You want to make sure that you squeeze it, hold it, and then slowly lever through so that when you're lowering the weight back down, you can feel that burn building up in the back of the shoulder here. Right there. There we go.
Good.
That's a good delt. Look at it.
And then superset. So today's focus has been origin of lateral head to try and create a round muscle belly. So we're going to upright row, chest up, glutes out to protect your vertebrae. When we're throwing weight around, you want to make sure your spine's always protected to keep your glutes up. As we're coming up, elbows coming up, try not to use too much trap. Just try and pull through where your lateral head originates. One. Whereas when we lean forward, if we lean forward, hits more towards the back of my shoulder. If I lean back, hits more towards the front of my
weight a little bit now, making sure that we use progressive overload as we always say. Here we go. 1, 2. Well, this is a good angle. 3, 4.
Exercise today, behind the neck Smith machine press. We're going to be doing this because we're trying to isolate the anterior delt of the shoulder. Now watch Eddie here. Eddie's elbows are in line with the bar. The reason we're doing that is we're trying to really emphasize this part of the shoulder right here. Now really careful when you do this, don't go too heavy. A lot of people can do quite serious shoulder injuries behind the neck, so I don't like to do it too heavy. But just making sure that all the way up, you can squeeze in or up where the anterior delt originates, you're stretching where it inserts, and you're just trying to keep the pressure on that part of the shoulder right there. Then we're gonna go over to the dumbbell rack behind the girls there, and we're gonna do some 45-degree raises, talking about cosmetics, lip fillers, whatever. We got them good, bro. Yeah. All right, watch what Eddie's doing right here. Because Eddie's always lean, you can kind of see the muscle working. We're targeting not just anterior delt, but front part of lateral head as well. So we can try and get that swoop on the front part of your shoulder to match the swoop on the rear part of your shoulder right there. Front swoop, rear swoop. Stretch, initiate, contract. Stretch, initiate, contract. Contract. Insertion, origin. Added a band on. From both the motion, Eddie is initiating the contraction of his interior part of your shoulder, and as the bar goes up, the tension gets harder. Hold that squeeze at the top. Last few, baby. Come on, 4 steps now. 3 more, let's go. 1. Last 2, come on. Last 1. Push, 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 push. We've got a superset now, bro.
That's really good, bro.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Control down. So what he's doing right now, starting just here, on the side of his quad, just here, diagonally coming up, diagonally going down, keeping tension there, so there's no rest. Up, down, up, down. The tension does not leave this area.
Alright, here we go. Third set with the bands, adding a little bit more weight on now. Make sure you do a nice controlled eccentric. Feel the weight actually transferring from here down into the insertion where it attaches onto your arm. Right there. And then slow into lockout, push the weight back up into the top of the head there. It's hard to see with Nathan his t-shirt on. He's going to get training in a singlet next week, but this band feels absolutely amazing. Come on! And spot. Starting from the side of the thigh there, lifting straight up. Look at that control. All the way up, all the way down, no swinging. Isolate the shoulder joint. We've got the boys just talking about socks over there. Come on, drop set, let's go. Make it hurt. Put your mind in the muscle. Come on, Nate, focus. Two more. So that's the end of today's video. I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm going to try and get back into doing a little bit more daily vlogging as well. So apart from the once a week video that I do with Nath, I really want to start doing my day-to-day stuff and including what I do in terms of like the ABW store and all the upcoming products and all that, because that's pretty much all I've been doing, which is why I haven't really had time to vlog recently. So we just recently got a new shipment in the other day. So the new women's black set has landed. So the track pants and the hoodie. We also restocked all of our popular products like the bulk t-shirts in the khaki and the black. And the AP shorts as well, because they all sold out pretty quickly. So we got all those back in stock, and we introduced some new colors as well. So this blue that I'm wearing is the new bulk t-shirt. We also got some new hats in. So this is the new black cotton hat. It's got the gold runnet on the side and then just the black logo on the front. So if you don't know already, we've already got the all black suede version. I just wanted to make sure that we had something different for people that don't really like the suede. So every single month, as of now, we're going to release a new hat. So I've already ordered like fucking so many different colors, but we're only going to release once a month. Anyway, if you want to keep up to date, just sign up to our newsletter on the website and we email out all the information on our release dates. The red suede hat that everyone's been waiting on, the limited edition one, it's dropping next month, alright? But you got to be signed up to the newsletter to know when we're going to drop it, because that's going to sell out quickly because there's only 40 hats, alright? That's not many. They're going to go real quick. Alright, so that's it for today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to turn your post notifications on. Catch you later.